This is Botswana. What used to be one of Africa's most poor and enslaved countries has now become a wealthy place of natural resources. Although they still have some important issues to take care of, this truly is one of Africa's most beautiful and prosperous countries. Welcome to Botswana.
Botswana is located at the southern tip of Africa. It is landlocked by Namibia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. This is the Botswanan flag. It was adopted on September 30th, 1966 after they gained their independence from Britain. The light blue represents water, and the black and white stripes in the middle represent the racial equality in their country. The currency used in Botswana is the pula, which is translated to meaning rain or blessing. This currency was adopted in 1976 after the Botswanan government withdrew from South Africa's rand money system in 1974. The population of Botswana is estimated to be around 2,098,018 people. However, due to the high rate of people with AIDS, that number fluctuates often. Now we will talk about Botswana's government, politics, and history. In 1885, the area now known as Botswana wanted protection, so Britain made it a protectorate called Bechuanaland. When the Union of South Africa first formed in 1910, it did not let Bechuanaland in as a protectorate. However, eventually it would let it in, although it did introduce apartheid laws against interracial relationships. However, in 1965, it asked for independence from Britain, and it got it, and then it became the Republic of Botswana. Then Seretse Khama, who was a member of one of the royal families from Bechuanaland, became the president of this newly created country. They had to establish a type of government, so they went with a republic and a democracy because they believed it was very fair. The current leader of Botswana is Ian Khama, who is Seretse Khama's firstborn son. One of Botswana's best-known exports is its minerals. Diamonds are their most well-known export. They made the economy improve majorly when they were found there. The diamonds in Botswana were discovered in the 1960s. This propelled them from being one of the poorest countries in Africa to one of the richest. In 1990, Botswana controlled 25% of the entire world diamond trade. One of Botswana's worst current issues is the amount of air pollution that they have, mostly from industrialization and mining. Botswana's capital city, Gaborone, is one of the most polluted cities on the planet. Even the drinking water in the city was recently deemed unsafe for human consumption. The major disease in Botswana is HIV and AIDS. Nearly 24% of all adults in Botswana have this disease. That's almost a quarter of all the adults. Since the first reported case of AIDS in Botswana in 1985, the government has tried to combat the epidemic. The prevalence of AIDS in Botswana is considered one of the world's major disease epidemics. While Botswana does not often rely on outside aid, they did have help from us, especially when they were first forming. We consider them to be one of the most economically and politically stable countries in Africa, and a good model for all of Africa to follow. They are one of our allies, and we support them when they need help. A beautiful country, a strong country, a great country. These all describe Botswana. We have learned of their colonization, their currency, their leaders, their government, and their problems. But in the end, Botswana is still one of Africa's greatest countries. This is Botswana.